Nityanandam. It's great to be back with all my YouTube viewers, and I'm so excited to come back and share some more of my experiences that I've had with Swamiji, had being a sannyasi here in the Nityananda Peetham, Bengaluru Adinam. And today I wanted to share few of my Swami Onnuda moments. The times when I felt so deeply in the feeling of oneness, in the feeling of Advaita with Swamiji, I wanted to share a couple of those incidents. So one of that, actually when I did my inner awakening way back in the year 2009, actually I was working as a software engineer in Microsoft at that time, and I came in to Bengaluru Adinam as an inner awakening participant. So as a part of the 23-day inner awakening retreat, Swamiji took us all to his birth town of Tiruvannamalai. And when we were there, Swamiji was we were ending the trip and Swamiji was going on his tour. He was conducting a one-day Kalpataru workshop. Pretty much every day Swamiji will be in a different city conducting the one-day program, giving darshans to thousands of people. So he had his next 1 month packed with his trips to Tamil Nadu, every day conducting this one-day Kalpataru workshop, and we were all coming back to Bengaluru Adinam. So as we were standing in the Tiruvannamalai temple in the holy land of Arunachala, and Swamiji was just leaving the temple, and I was just standing there, and so deep inside me, I was like just praying, like, Swamiji, like, I really do not want to be away from you. I want to join you in this Kalpataru trip. And that was a trip where only Adinavasis were joining at that time, and I was an inner awakening participant. So we were all to come back, and there was like no possibility that any of us could actually join the trip, because it was already pre-planned. There was a team that was actually traveling with Swamiji city by city. Anyway, when Swamiji was leaving the temple and he was supposed to go on his tour, and we were to come back to Bengaluru Adinam, it was just literally like my heart was my soul is just being pulled away from me. That was the feeling I had, and I so deeply prayed inside me, Swamiji, I really want to come with you in this trip. Swamiji left, and we all turned back, and I just stepped out of the temple. And I was stepped out of the temple, and one of the volunteers came running to me, and she called me, and she said, "Ma, come here, I have an important message for you." I said, "What?" She turned and looked at me, and she said, "Swamiji wants you to join the trip with him for the Kalpataru Yatra in Tamil Nadu." I had not even verbalized that to anybody, and I was just having it as a deep prayer and a desire inside of me. And when she told that, it was just like Swamiji, only you could do this. So without even needing to verbalize what you desire, he just fulfills those desires. So I joined that trip with Swamiji at that time, and we were there going around, and I so thoroughly enjoyed the trip. Every day it will be like morning to night. In the night you travel, go to the different city, and I personally got to see thousands and thousands of human beings being touched, transformed by Swamiji, just for that one moment darshan. People travel miles and miles, go through so much of hardships just to have that one glimpse of the avatar. So I had a blast there. And then it was towards the end of that tour, and I was about to go back to the US, and Swamiji was conducting a 4-day, it was called as the NSP, it was Nityananda Spurana program, 4-day workshop in Chennai. I was there volunteering for that, and I was so, the way Swamiji used to relate with the sannyasis at that time, the Adinavasis at that time, and I was at that time, right, I was still a program participant, I was an outsider, I was not an Adinavasi, even though I was almost really wanted to be one. I hadn't declared yet. So at the time Swamiji was calling all the sannyasis, and he was having so much of I could feel the feeling closeness that they were experiencing with Swamiji, and he used to call them, and with so much of love. And I was when am I going to experience that space? Because the minute I saw Swamiji, I felt like I met my cosmic father, right? An eternal father. I knew very clearly, first 17 years I was brought up by my biological parents. From 17 to 25, until I actually met Swamiji, I was brought up by Lord Sadashiva himself. He was literally traveling with me. I used to have a small deity of him. I used to travel with him. And then I was beautifully handed over by the Sadashiva as a deity to Sadashiva as a person, my guru. Anyway, so at the time I was actually leaving. It was the last darshan, so I went up on the stage to have the darshan of Swamiji. And so deeply inside me, I wanted to experience that kind of an intimate space with Swamiji, have that feeling like, I am one of him, right? I don't want to feel like an outsider. So I went up on the stage to have his darshan. That time Swamiji looked at me and said, "Ma Kanna, when are you coming back?" Right? It was like, Kanna means, my dear, when are you coming back? Just that one word, like that whole day, that whole trip, that earning that I was having inside me. Swamiji, I want to be one of your, Adinavasis, one of your team members. I don't want to feel like an outsider. That entire earning, he fulfilled that in just one word. And even that time I hadn't verbalized that at all. So that happened second. The third Swami Onuda moment I wanted to share happened very recently. See, all through my life, from the time I met Swamiji, I know my whole life I just want to experience Sadashiva. The minute I saw Swamiji, first time I heard the live discourse of Swamiji, I know he's the one that I've been waiting for. And I did, decided that I'm going to live with him for the rest of my life. The minute I became an Adinavasi, took up the lifestyle of sannyas, I know very clearly my life's goal and purpose has been fulfilled because I wanted to live with Sadashiva and I am living with Sadashiva. So when Swamiji was sharing about these power manifestations and, reading through the third eye, remote vision, I was like, wow, this is great. But you know what? For me, I just felt so fulfilled to be with him, right? For me, nothing more can be beyond the lifestyle that I'm experiencing today with Swamiji, especially as a sannyasi around the greatest avatar, Sadashiva on the planet Earth. So I was not really giving too much of an importance to it, right? I respected that. I had a lot of respect, and I know Swamiji is like initiating people and they are like manifesting powers left, right and center, but I put my heart and soul into it. Anyway, so Swamiji was telling he wanted all the Adinavasi sannyasis to live, radiate, manifest the Shaktis of Sadashiva. I was like, yes Swamiji, we will do that. So I was more to me like, yes, Swamiji is saying, let me do it. So one day, Swamiji was in his courtyard and he was lying down in his Swamiji's swing that is there, and he was initiating all the Adinavasis and the Nityananda Yogam participants and the Balasans. And he was initiating us into the power of the depth, where you see a coconut and through the power of your will, you break the coconut without even touching it. And typically, for this kind of a process, we typically apply the Jnananjana. What is Jnananjana? Jnananjana is a sacred paste that is filled with Swamiji's bioenergy and it's prepared as per the Agama. So you apply that paste on the coconut and you look into it through your third eye. So Swamiji gave us that initiation that day, and all of us were sitting with our coconuts. This time, the Swamiji did not tell us to apply the Jnananjana. And Swamiji was just lying in the swing, keeping his eyes closed. And all the Adinavasis, the Nityananda Yogam participants, they were like, Ma Jnanatma, do we need to apply the Jnananjana? Give us the Jnananjana, we should apply it on the coconut because this is how typically we do it. Anyway, so I went near Swamiji and said, Swamiji, should we apply the Jnananjana on the coconut before we do this technique? The reply that he gave made me manifest powers from that day. A huge click happened in me. What I can say that my most sweetest and cherished Swamiji Onuda moment happened that day. When I say Swamiji Onuda moment, what it means is the moments where I felt so much in just Advaita with him, where I felt like he just is answering not from outside but actually from inside of me. So that Swamiji Onuda moment, what I experienced there, he was just closing his eyes, so I went near him. Swamiji, should we apply the Jnananjana on the coconut and try the technique that you have initiated us into? He told in a very colloquial Tamil. He said, closing his eyes, he did not even open his eyes, he just closed his eyes and said, Podi, naan thandi odikka poren, odachita odacha mari nambika kudukka porendi, Podi. In a very colloquial Tamil, I will translate that. He said, hey, I am only going to break the coconut and I am going to give them the feeling that they broke it. It's okay, Jnananjana is not required, you can go. Very casually, he told. I came back and sat. The words in him was just ringing in me constantly. Oh, I am only going to do it. Let them just sit, do whatever they want. I'm going to break it and give them the experience that they have manifested the power. I came back and sat with my coconut. Some song on Lord Shiva was playing in the background. I was like thoroughly enjoying it. Within 5 minutes, I was just sitting with my coconut looking at it. I heard like a big sound, as though something burst. I looked at my coconut. My whole coconut had cracked. I felt so relieved. For the first time, I felt, because every time when we want to manifest the powers, okay, look through your third eye, read through blindfolded, read through your, body scan somebody, do a remote vision. Somewhere I felt I was doing it. Whenever I felt I was doing it, I always felt, oh, what if I am wrong? What if I didn't tell the right thing? What if it is not expressing through me? This time, my being just relaxed. For the first time, I felt, oh God, thank God, I do not have to do anything because Swamiji is doing it. The minute I relaxed, immediately the power manifested in me. And from that time, for me, power manifestation has been so effortless. And where I just relax saying, Swamiji, you do what you want. This body, mind and being is yours. Let you express through this. And from that time is when I started expressing the powers of body scanning, remote vision. I've done so many different demonstrations on the stage, and I've also been blessed by Swamiji with the Trinetra Tilak, which is the tilak, which is this shape that you see in my forehead, right on my third eye, which Swamiji gives for all the new species who manifest the extraordinary powers of Sadashiva. So with this video, I really wanted to share with all of you. All you need is just experiencing that oneness, that space of Advaita with Swamiji, which you experience every day here as an Adinavasi. Every day you experience so many moments where you just feel Swamiji. Like you just feel so much in gratitude with who he is, what he is, how he is, the way he is. And all your desires gets fulfilled the minute it appears in your inner space without even you verbalizing it. That is when he makes you feel you and I are not too different. I am not there existing outside of you. I am existing in you. And when you experience that he is there in you, you feel you were never separate from him. You and him were one from the beginning. And with that, I really wanted to invite all of you, let all of you experience that Swami Unuda moment that Swamiji has blessed me with, that Swamiji has blessed all of the Adinavasis with, because those are the most precious and sacred moments of a human being's life. Swamiji has blessed me with that, and I want to invite all of you to come and experience that. Nityananda.